Hi there. So far I've shown you just some video clips that I've edited, thrown in some transitions, a few special effects, that sort of stuff. But what I haven't done is shown you how to do it, the programs I use, why you would do some of these things, when to do them. Mostly for basic editing, what you're basically going to do is transitions, effects, and text. Transitions come in between the individual clips or segments of your video. There are three different types of them. You have fades, dissolves, and wipes. Video effects are different effects, obviously, to the video that occurs over the complete course of that particular segment or clip. Some of them might be like changing the coloring on it, making it black and white, making it sepia toned, inverting the colors. Some of them may zoom in or pan. I mentioned that in one of my earlier clips, digital effect zooming. That's just some of them. And of course you can add text, and sometimes you can animate the text and different things. You can also add audio layers for narrating a scene of, say, vacation photographs. That's a perfect example of where you would use transitions as well. Transition between all your vacation photographs and a little narration. What I'm going to do with this tutorial is I'm going to, at the end of this little segment, I'm going to add on a unedited video from earlier today, upload that so you can see it, and then in my next tutorial it'll be that same video that I've already edited. I'll do a narration on it, explaining what I've done, why I've done it, and talk a little bit more about the programs that I use. I will tell you this, with Windows XP comes Windows Movie Maker, which is a pretty full-featured video editing program in its own right, and you can also get additional effects and transitions for it. There's a few others that I'm still evaluating. If you surf the internet, you can find tons of them that usually have a demo. That's about it, I guess. I'll tack on a video of the dogs and we'll see what we can get done. See you in a bit. Okay, what we're seeing here is the video pretty much straight from my camera. The software that came with my camera did one conversion of the video format. It converted it from MP4 to the WMV format, a format that is recognized by the Windows Movie Maker. I should point out that each time you convert the video format, you're going to get a loss of video quality. And Windows Movie Maker will only handle a certain number of video formats, so sometimes you can't avoid having to convert your video. You may have noticed some fuzzy bits here, or some degradation in the video. That could be caused by how fast the camera is moving, because I'm trying to keep up with these crazy dogs here. It's also a little bit dark because it's inside. The type of lighting we use in the apartment, there's various reasons. Many of these can be corrected with settings right on your camera. Settings such as exposure, shutter speed, white balance. All those are advanced settings, and then quite often you have quick presets like a sports setting for fast action like this. You can avoid the fuzziness by limiting your use of zoom. Use only what you need and let your video editing software do the rest. Okay, I'm gonna edit this and then I'll post the results of that and you can see the differences. Okay, I'm going to editing. See you soon. Okay, I'm just gonna finish up a couple things here and then upload this video for you. Just wanted to mention a couple things. I last spoke to you about Zoom saying use only what you need. I wanted to also add check the video editing software that you're using, see what sort of Zoom features it has, see if you can download additional transitions and effects for it, because as you get more used to this, you're going to want to do more stuff. You'll become more creative. Transitions also. I'm going to be doing some work on this afterwards, so I just wanted to let you know why you would use some transitions, when you would use them. That little unedited video that you saw, you noticed it was very blurry in certain spots. Well, I don't want those in, so I'll trim those right out. I'll cut those right out, and rather than just have an abrupt change of scene like that, I'll use a transition, probably a fade or some sort of dissolve to transition from one into the other. Another place you might want to use a transition is just if you've got an abrupt change from one setting to a next, even in the same clip, going from one room into another, going from a dark spot into a light spot, because you can get lens flare when you do that. Particularly when you go from a dark room into a brighter room, the lens will flare. It'll take a minute for the shutter to adjust. So you can use a transition to kind of hide or blend that lens flare in. Also, you might want to do a some sort of dramatic effect. And transitions can do that. They can pop out and then pop in. They can be used for comical effects too. Like when somebody turns their head, looks at you, you can have it zoom in and zoom back, showing surprise. So you can actually use these transitions to show emotion, give more depth to your video, and that sort of thing. Okay, I'm just going to tack this last little bit of video onto that, upload it. I'll edit the original, and then you can see the difference, get an idea of when, how, and where you would use them, and then we'll talk more about the programs. I'll mention right now that the program I used mostly was a program called Cyberlink Media Show. Unfortunately, it only accepts MP4 input, and the other one I used was Windows Movie Maker, which will accept several different inputs. Okay, see you in a bit.